Welcome back to World Coins History. You've heard the saying, old is gold, but these rare quarter-dollar coins that are worth more than you might imagine. Before you watch entire video and comment if you find one of these. Who knows? Your next treasure could be hiding a fortune. Let's dive in. Top 1. Today's coin is one of the most powerful and inspiring releases in the history of US coinage. You are about to uncover the story behind a quarter that broke barriers and captured hearts, the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter dollar from the United States of America. But wait till the end, because some of these coins have rare surprises that turned a simple 25-cent piece into a collector's prize worth hunting for. This isn't just any quarter, this was history in the making. The first coin in the American Women Quarters program and the very first U.S. coin to feature a black woman, the legendary poet, writer, activist, and icon Maya Angelou. On the reverse side of this beautiful coin, Maya is depicted with her arms raised in front of a rising sun and a bird in flight, a tribute to her spirit and her famous work, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. But here's where things get even more exciting. This coin isn't just a tribute, it's a treasure. Because not all Maya Angelou quarters are created equal. There have been confirmed error versions of this coin that collectors are eagerly chasing down and paying real money for. And I mean real collector cash. Some of these coins have been struck with misaligned dies, visible doubling on the lettering or image, and even die chips or cracks on the rim, errors that happened during the minting process and turned ordinary coins into rare and valuable pieces. These kinds of errors don't lower the value, they skyrocket it. Especially when found in mint condition or from certain mints like the W. West Point versions or low mintage batches. Now imagine this. Someone finds a 2022 Maya Angelou quarter with a double die reverse or a rim cut in their pocket change and ends up selling it at a coin show in Atlanta for $85. Another one with a visible minting shift went for over $120 in a private auction held in Houston. That's the magic of knowing what to look for, because these errors are hiding in plain sight and many people have no idea they're holding something rare in their hands. If you're a new collector or even just a curious coin hunter, now is the time to pay close attention to every 2022 quarter you come across. Look carefully at Maya's hands, her wings, and the text. Check for doubling, weak strikes, extra lines, or even small lumps of extra metal around the edges. Use a basic magnifier and good light. You'd be amazed at what small clues can unlock. And here's a key tip: coins in uncirculated condition or those pulled fresh from mint rolls are your best shot at spotting clean, sharp error details. Keep them safe in plastic coin flips or capsules and never clean them. Original surface is everything when it comes to grading and value. Even better, connect with local coin clubs and trading communities where you'll find others who've spotted or sold valuable Maya Angelou quarters. Learning from the real-world market is priceless. The original market value of this coin when it was released was just 25 cents. That's it, just a single quarter in your change. But depending on the error and condition, these have sold for $85, $120, and even higher at coin shows and online auctions in places like New York City and San Francisco where demand is booming. So next time you're handed a quarter at the store or digging through your change jar, don't toss it aside. Check if it's the Maya Angelou 2022 quarter, because you might be holding more than a coin. You might be holding history and a piece that's already becoming legendary in the world of collectors. Top 2. We're diving into a truly exciting and surprisingly rare piece of modern American currency that you probably never thought twice about before. I'm talking about the 1983 United States quarter dollar, and trust me when I say this, it's not just any ordinary quarter, and it's definitely not something to overlook if you find one in your change. Now hold on to your seats, because what you're about to hear might just change how you look at pocket change forever. This 1983 quarter has become a hot topic in the collector's world, not just for its age or design but because of what happened during the year it was minted, a story tied to American economic history and a detail most people completely miss. Back in 1983, the U.S. Mint did not issue official mint sets for that year, which means many of the coins from 1983 that survived in uncirculated condition were not saved the way coins from other years were. This makes finding a high-quality 1983 quarter much harder than you'd think, and that scarcity has made it extremely valuable for collectors who are hunting for the best preserved examples. Now let's talk about what makes some of these coins worth even more than just their historical context. The 1983 quarter has known minting errors that have turned heads at auctions and in coin shops across the country. We're talking about things like off-center strikes and die clashes, where the designs from opposite dies show up faintly on the wrong side of the coin, and even doubling in the lettering and numbers which makes the coin look slightly echoed or ghosted. There's even a special version of the 1983 P quarter with a rare reverse die issue where the eagle on the back has extra lines or a distorted beak. Things that would seem like small flaws to the average person, but to a trained eye these are golden signals of rarity. Collectors love these details because they're a mix of mystery and accident that happened right at the US Mint itself. People have sold these coins for amazing amounts when the right version is found. At coin shows in cities like St. Louis and Boston, 1983 quarters with strong die clash errors or sharp doubling have gone for amounts like $90 and even over $150 when graded and slabbed in uncirculated condition. All from a coin most people think is worth just 25 cents, so if you're a collector or just a curious treasure hunter, here's what you need to do: keep an eye out for quarters from 1983 and don't just look at the year. Examine the coin closely under good light and look for unusual textures in the design or any doubling around the letters and numbers, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust on the front and United States of America on the back. Look at the eagle's wings and tail and legs. Check if any lines look thicker than normal or out of place. And always protect your finds in a soft case or a coin flip, because preserving the condition is what turns an interesting coin into a valuable one. Never clean the coin no matter what. Collectors and grading services value originality more than shininess. If you think your coin might be special, take it to a trusted local dealer or send it to a professional grading service to get it authenticated and valued. The original market value of this 1983 quarter is only 25 cents, just your regular face value quarter minted for everyday use. But when found with the right errors or in high uncirculated grade, these coins have been sold for prices like $90 and $150 at collector events and auctions in places like Phoenix and Chicago, where the demand continues to grow strong with every year that passes. So next time you check your change or open that old coin jar you haven't touched in years, make sure to look out for the 1983 quarter, because you might just be holding a rare piece of history that people all over the country are hoping to find. Top 3. We're unlocking the story of a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but is hiding some exciting secrets that every serious collector should know. We're talking about the 1980 United States quarter dollar, and if you think this one's just another quarter sitting in a change jar, you are in for a surprise. The 1980 quarter might look simple, but it belongs to a time when American coin production was going through some major transitions, and the results are fascinating. There are versions of this coin that are now turning heads at auctions and coin shows across the country, and what makes them valuable isn't just their age, it's the unexpected minting errors that slipped through the system and are now making waves in the collector world. Now just imagine this. You reach into your pocket, find an old quarter from 1980 and later realize it has a rare mint mark error or a visible double die feature, and suddenly that 25-cent coin is worth more than $100 in the right condition. That's exactly the thrill collectors live for, and that's why the 1980 quarter is in high demand, especially when found with these rare characteristics. Let's talk about what makes these specific coins so interesting to collectors. First of all, some 1980 quarters were minted with a clear double die obverse. That means parts of the front design, including the words Liberty or In God We Trust, or even the date, appear slightly doubled when you look closely under magnification. This is not wear and tear. This is a genuine minting error that happened during production, and those coins are now being snatched up by collectors every time they appear. Another error variety that has raised eyebrows is the off-center strike, where the design doesn't line up perfectly and leaves part of the coin blank while the rest is shifted to one side. These are instantly noticeable, and when found on a 1980 quarter, especially in high-grade condition, they're worth keeping without a second thought. There are also known rim cuds where extra metal builds up along the edges during minting and gives the coin a unique look, another feature collectors love because it proves that something unusual happened at the mint. Now let's not forget the value of mint marks. 1980 quarters were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but the Philadelphia version is special because that year it did not carry a visible mint mark on the coin. That makes the Philadelphia strike slightly more interesting for collectors who pay attention to location details in their collections. at coin shows in cities like Miami and Denver. 1980 quarters with visible doubling or clean off-center errors have sold for prices like $75 and even over $120 when graded and preserved in near mint condition. And the more unique the error, the higher the price can go, especially if the coin is professionally authenticated and stored properly. If you're a collector or just starting out, here's what you should be doing right now. Every time you handle your change, check your quarters from 1980. Use a simple magnifying glass and good lighting to look closely at the lettering and edges. If anything seems odd, if a letter looks like it's echoing or part of the design looks off-center, don't ignore it. That's exactly what could make your coin a valuable find. Always protect your coins from scratches and oils from your hands by keeping them in soft plastic flips or coin holders, and never try to clean the coin because that actually lowers its value to professional collectors and grading companies. If you believe your coin might be rare, take it to a reputable dealer or submit it to a coin grading service to confirm its true worth. The original market value of the 1980 quarter was just 25 cents, just another piece of change you might find at the bottom of a drawer. But with the right error or mint condition, these coins have been sold for $75 to $120 in auction houses and coin shows in places like Las Vegas and Cincinnati, where collectors are constantly looking for these rare 1980 varieties to complete their sets. So don't overlook the small change, because that old 1980 quarter might just be your next big find. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, the world of coins is full of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Top 4. We're unlocking the story of a coin that might be sitting quietly in your pocket or your coin jar right now without you even realizing its potential. We're talking about the 1988 United States quarter dollar, a coin that may look ordinary on the surface, but trust me, there's more than meets the eye when it comes to this one. Now I want you to listen very carefully and stay with me till the end, because what I'm about to tell you could change the way you look at this simple coin forever. Hidden among the millions of these quarters are rare varieties and errors that have collectors searching non-stop and even paying serious cash when they find one in the right condition with the right flaw. Let's start with a bit of background first. The 1988 quarter features the classic image of George Washington on the obverse and the traditional heraldic eagle on the reverse side, and while that design was used for many years, the difference lies in the tiny imperfections the US Mint never intended to produce. Yes, that's where the real magic is. The minting errors. And believe me when I say there are some juicy ones in the 1988 run. One of the most talked about errors is the double die obverse, where some of these coins show signs of doubling in the words, "In God We Trust," or the date, 1988, itself, and even parts of "Liberty" can appear doubled if you look closely with a magnifying glass. And then you've got off-center strikes. Coins where the design doesn't align perfectly on the blank planchet, leaving part of the coin unstruck or with an oddly placed image. Now these are bold errors that catch attention right away, and collectors love them because they're eye-catching and confirm a true minting mistake. Some of these off-center 1988 quarters have sold fast at coin shows because of how clean and rare that strike is. Another collector favorite is the partial collar strike, where the reeded edge on the coin appears compressed or slightly misaligned due to a collar die issue during production. These small but powerful differences turn a regular coin into something truly unique and valuable, especially when kept in top condition. And let's not forget the S-Mint mark proofs from San Francisco. Although they weren't meant for general circulation, a few of them have somehow made their way into the wild, and when found they are immediately sought after by collectors who are building complete mint mark sets and want to grab these unexpected finds before someone else does. Now here's a quick tip for any collector or beginner out there watching this. Don't just rely on the year printed on the coin, look closely at the details. Check every 1988 quarter you come across for signs of doubling, unusual edge marks, shifts in design, or anything that just doesn't look standard. Use a 10x magnifying loupe and good lighting and compare with regular examples to train your eye over time. If you think you found something odd, don't clean the coin, just store it safely in a soft flip and take it to a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a grading company to confirm if what you've got is truly rare. A professional grade can boost the value and help you protect your find for future resale or long-term collection value. Collectors in cities like Dallas and Sacramento have reported selling error 1988 quarters for incredible prices, and yes, I mean actual market action, not just internet rumors. One sold in a private sale for over $110 due to a perfectly centered double die feature, and another off-center version went for $95 in a local coin expo just last year. Now you might be wondering, what's the base value of this coin when it first came out? Well, the original market value of the 1988 quarter was simply 25 cents, just like every regular quarter in circulation at the time, but with the right era and in the right hands these coins have been sold for $95, $110, and more depending on rarity and condition, especially in auctions and events held in major collector hubs like Orlando and Los Angeles, where rare coins are always in hot demand. So don't take that 1988 quarter for granted, because hidden among them could be your next big coin find. Every little detail matters, and the more you learn, the closer you get to spotting that rare gem no one else noticed. Top 5, and last rare coin. I'm diving into one of the most intriguing quarters from the early 80s, the 1982 United States quarter dollar. If you think it's just a common coin, think again, because this little piece of history carries stories of rarity and unique minting surprises that can turn a simple quarter into a prized collector's item. Stick around, because I'm about to reveal details you won't want to miss, especially if you're a passionate collector or just starting your hunt for valuable coins. The 1982 quarter is more than just metal and date. It was minted in a time when the U.S. Mint faced challenges with production and quality control, which gave rise to some exciting errors that collectors are always on the lookout for. Imagine holding a quarter that shows an unexpected double die on the obverse side, making letters like Liberty or the date itself appear doubled or blurry. These subtle imperfections are the kind that experts and hobbyists alike pay top dollar for. One of the most fascinating aspects collectors search for in the 1982 quarter is the double die obverse error. This isn't your everyday wear and tear, but an actual minting mistake where the coin's design was stamped twice slightly off from each other, creating a shadow or doubling effect. Coins with clear doubling, especially on the words "I and God We Trust" or the date 1982, are instantly more valuable because they are far rarer than standard strikes. Another rarity that ups the value of the 1982 quarter is the off-center strike error. Picture a quarter where the design has shifted to one side and part of the coin's blank edge is left unmarked. These off-center errors are strikingly noticeable and make for exciting finds. Collectors love these because they prove the coin's journey was far from ordinary, and it's a testament to the mint's process that sometimes creates these quirks. Then there's the famous clipped planchet error, a coin that came off the mint with a piece of its edge missing. This error happened when the metal blanks were cut incorrectly and coins were struck with these clipped edges, making them instantly stand out. These are sought after for their uniqueness and rarity and usually fetch higher prices, especially when in good condition. If you're new to coin collecting or want to get the best value from your coins, here's a tip: always examine your quarters carefully with a magnifying glass under good lighting and look for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or clipped edges. Don't clean the coin, because that actually lowers its value. Instead, store it in a safe place like a plastic flip or coin holder, and if you find something special, take it to a professional grader to verify its authenticity. Now let's talk about the market value, because that's what everyone wants to know. The original value of the 1982 quarter when minted was simply 25 cents, but today collectors have been willing to pay much more for quarters that show these unique minting errors. At auctions and coin shows, especially in cities like Chicago and Philadelphia, these rare 1982 quarters have sold for prices ranging from $70 to $120, depending on the severity and clarity of the error and the overall condition of the coin. So remember, the 1982 quarter might be sitting quietly in your pocket or change jar, but it could also be your ticket to an exciting discovery and a valuable addition to your collection. Keep your eyes sharp and your enthusiasm high, because every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. Thank you for watching, and keep chasing those rare coins, because the thrill of the hunt is just as rewarding as the find itself.